Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maria, and my talk will not be technical at all, but I will talk about marketing. So, basically, the title of the talk is Going Beyond Awareness. But to start, I want to introduce myself. So who am I? I am Italian, as you can hear very well from my accent. I'm in crypto since 2018. Started with Aave, and then I worked in DeFi space for 5 or 6 years, and now I'm with Hype Agency, the marketing agency. I also co-founded Spaghetti, which is the Italian Ethereum community, and I started a podcast, so after you can follow me on X, and then I consulted many projects in terms of marketing. So that's why I feel entitled to talk to you about this. So why I decided to give this talk? What's the biggest mistake in crypto marketing, in my opinion? That we just focus on the first part of the funnel. These are some data, and basically is the landscape, okay? So we don't know how many crypto projects are out there, but we know how many tokens are out there. And these give us a bit of an idea of like the competition and the status of the market. So since 2021, nearly 7 million cryptocurrencies were listed. And right now, more than 17K tokens are listed on CoinGecko. The stats are that 92% of them will die before 1 year. And of these 80%, the average lifetime is 1.2 years. There's something wrong, okay? There's something wrong also in terms of, not only in terms of marketing, but in terms of how we approach the launch and the go-to-market and what is after. So what's the trend right now? This is the funnel, okay? You have the awareness phase, then the interest, and then the acquisition, activation, loyalty, and retention. We tend to forget, especially lately, we tend to forget all of this part of the funnel, and we tend to focus only on the first two pieces of the funnel. What you need is a plan, which is which can't be getting mindshare, getting followers, getting users on the wait list. This can't be the plan. What happens right now? Projects get funded because it's a good idea. Then they do a lot of campaigns to raise attention. So, for example, Quest, Kaito, Cookies, Snaps, Yaps, KOLs, a lot of awareness campaigns. And then they TG. And then, boom. How should it be, in my opinion? Before doing all of the stuff that we said before, you should do some user research, okay? You should listen to the market, because I love every founder, but you don't know what is your product market fit if you don't listen to the market and you don't listen to the audience, okay? So you need to be out there and see if your idea is actually marketable. So you in this way, you can find your product market fit. Then you do all of your awareness campaign, your TGE, but then you already need a plan to consolidate a culture and provide use cases and some reasons to stay. So education use cases, like why should I fucking care about your product, and should I be there even after I got your tokens and I'm happy with my bags full, okay? And guys, have a product, because since I work in the agency, we have so many leads that ask us to go to market, but what are we marketing? You don't have a product. They just have funds, they have this idea and some white paper, but they don't have a product. So you need to have a product. This is me, okay? So, why this happens? Maybe, I don't know, but these are my assumptions. So maybe because we receive, like the projects receive funds too fast, maybe because we always feel in a rush. So they are on the Kaito leaderboard pretty G, so we need to do it as well right now. Maybe it's this. They already did it, so we need to do it now. No. Then we focus too much on vanity metrics. This is also due to the fact that, for example, to be listed, exchanges are still looking a lot to the follower base numbers, etc. But this shouldn't be your goal, And then not involving marketing on time. As I will say also later, marketing should be involved from day zero, guys, because you don't want to build something and spend a lot of time in building it, and then you find out that this is not marketable. This is not a product market fit. So, I gave some tips. These are high-level tips. And then I will also go a bit into more details. But yeah, first of all, having a product market fit is fundamental. So I repeat again, user research, listen to the market, talk to your community, or even like to the broader crypto community, and see if your idea is exactly can be appreciated, replies to a need that is out there or not, etc. And involve the marketing immediately. Then have a plan that makes sense. So in terms of campaign, like for every part of the funnel, so awareness, then acquisition, and then retention. Everything needs a plan. So the plan can't be, let's do a Kaito campaign, okay? Then create a culture. This is not easy, but it's doable. Then I will also make some examples of project that I appreciate in that sense. And then give people a reason to stay and to promote your product, because at the end of the day, guys, word of mouth is still in crypto our main weapon, marketing weapon. So these are some specific, as far as I can with this time, specific action points that I would do. I don't know if you understand, but basically these are related to the first part of the funnel. These are related to the second part of the funnel. So, user research, this is not fashion anymore, but when I used to work at Maker, user research, we had a team doing user research, okay? So, not just one guy, but multiple, like a team. Now, nobody cares, This is something really important. So, hire a user researcher. Then marketing strategy and product strategy needs to go in parallel. So possibly you want your marketing people or marketing person from day zero, when you are still thinking about the product and still deciding what to do with your devs, okay? Because these need to be marketable. Then mindshare campaign are fine. I love Kaito, I love Cookie, I love it, but they need to be well done. Meaning, if I ask someone to tweet and get rewarded to do it, I want to them to tweet something that is really meaningful for me, that it's educational, not like just mentioning the product with a meme and he gets, the money. No. And then, if possible, talk with, for example, Kaito team or Cookie to improve a bit the algorithm. Meaning, I don't want that Maria, who is tweeting about just mentioning the project, saying it's so cool, get rewarded. This should be improved, in my opinion. It's not on projects, but it's on this platform probably to improve this. But that's it. And also, choose the right KOLs. I don't dislike KOLs, but they need to be actually KOLs and needs to actually care about your project and product. Otherwise, everything is zero ROI, guys. You pay these people 8K to tweet something they don't give a shit about. They do probably 10 of these tweets every day, so their audience don't give a shit, probably full of bots. So please be careful with KOLs. Maybe you want 3 of them, promoters, you give them tokens so they are actually promoters, and it's better. Second part of the funnel, oh my God. Second part of the funnel, education in a fun way. Try new channels. TikTok, I don't know, YouTube is a bit underrated in my opinion. So video stuff are good lately. Do ambassador programs and grants to involve the community, and possibly if you are targeting also devs, if you are, I don't know, a chain or an infra, you want to target devs, so you do grants, you do hackathons, you create a culture. This is something, to be honest, very important that is very underrated. And then show as many use cases as possible. After you got the airdrop, what can you do with our product or token? And then go to events, because I think events are super impactful to create the culture and loyalty. To close, I wanted to give some good examples. Mixed. So, for example, Rave is already a big thing. Why did they do Rave? Because of culture. They want to create a culture, and they did it with Rave, with like Lens, all the merch, all the events they do. They create this like culture around a complex project that is Aave. Reserve, I like them. Hyperliquid, I appreciated a lot how they did the airdrop, because it was retroactive. So basically, they rewarded actual users, and they didn't just give money away like that. So fun, they are doing great with also creating culture, doing short video form content with their new CMO, who basically every 2 days publish a video explaining the project. Boundless with the berry thing, also super complex project. They are trying to make it easy to digest for the audience. Chipped nails. So this was a strong use case before even being like a crypto project. So use case example, Mega8 to me is great in also culture, targeting devs with the mafia. I mean, they are great. So these are all very good examples of projects that you can try to copy, to apply the funnel thing and going beyond awareness. That's it. I'm good? Okay. Follow me on CT if you want. Thanks. Do we have time? Okay. Guys, any questions? It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I'm curious, like from an agency perspective, when like a client comes to you and they want to do like TGE in a month, you know, or they have like unrealistic expectations.
We don't accept
I was going to say, do you just refuse?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, so maybe it's just hype, but and I only see hype. But basically, we just work with projects that we think that can thrive.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's not convenient for us, it's not convenient for them, it doesn't make sense. So basically, if we believe in the project, we accept them.
Yeah.
Also because we part of our like retainer is maybe made from tokens, so we need to believe in the project. But when they come with this crazy goodbye, ciao, no.
Yeah.
Also when they don't have a product, maybe if there is like a strong idea and they are almost there, maybe we get them. But to be honest, I had bad examples also in this case. We accepted and then they didn't know what to do, basically.
Yeah.
And then we end up, as a marketing agency, we shouldn't do your product strategy, okay?
Yeah.
But we end up doing their product strategy. Because again, if you don't have idea of what you're thinking is marketable or not, why are you launching it? How can you sell it? You know, so that's the point of the relevance of marketing in this like space.
When you're setting a timeline with someone in terms of expectations, like, okay, work with us for X amount of time and then you'll start to see results. Like, what does that, or do you even say that, or like, what is it? Like,
yeah,
a realistic
usually
timeline?
we agree on timelines. But yeah, we divide in campaigns, but recently we shortened a bit the time. So, for example, TGE in 2 months, it's doable. Okay, so if you already have an idea, because when we start with a client, we already gave them some ideas before signing. So, for example, they are interested in this campaign idea, we go for it in 2 months, we can do it. Yeah. But everything depends on also how the team itself is made, because if they have internal people that can help, it's another like life for us. If there is one guy, it's, a bit tough. Yeah.
Thanks. That helps.
Hello, thank you for your talk. Yeah, so I have a question. So it was interesting to hear your question, to hear a little bit of feedback. You're really focusing on projects that have a little bit of a product, and looking to provide something achievable within a short time frame or conceivable time frame. But I'm curious, have you worked with any projects that have like a time frame that's a little bit longer and kind of have like a moonshot goal, like something where they're transforming?
We love them. As an agency, we love them because we build all of the when you rush things, it's not good. Yeah. It's better when you can build the culture, the community, blah, blah, blah. Of course, the culture and the community, at a certain point, they want something, like they want a project. They want a product, or they want something, tokens, whatever. So it's like before going out to them, maybe we spend a lot of time in preparing very well, and then we go out when we are a bit closer to the launch, basically, because otherwise, if you start doing awareness 1 year before, then people are like, quindi, what's the point here? Like, mystery is nice for example, Newton, they spent 7 months or 9 months and nobody knew what they were doing, and then they finally launched, but in the meantime they had like 700k followers who were starting to get pissed,
So, sorry, let me add a little bit more context to that as well. So, for example, have you ever worked with a project that has like a long-term ambition about going and integrating a major change into the Ethereum blockchain system, and essentially there isn't a specific end user for the product, but it's just going and doing a massive transformation at the protocol level? I'm just kind of understanding if you've worked on something.
There's always a target. Okay. I mean,
but
otherwise you're not doing marketing.
Yeah, but I guess not a specific product for the end user.
No. Yeah, it's like, of course, you're talking something, for example, that you're not targeting retail, right?
Yeah, I guess I just want to understand if you've worked with projects that didn't have a specific product for a specific user to use right now, but they want to go and engage a larger group of developers.
Yeah, of course. Infra projects, a lot of chains are like, if you think, like, yeah, the chain, you could also talk to retails, but all the infra stuff or like super chain, I mean, you're not talking to the end users, you are talking to devs. And for example, Hype was behind the super fast campaign by Optimism. So we work with this project because devs are your target here. When I say you always have a target, it can be retail, it can be institutions, it can be devs. It can be, I don't know, B2B, I mean, but you are always talking with someone. Otherwise, you don't need market. Otherwise, you're, I don't know, doing, I don't know. Who works for nothing? No one, Yeah. So, yeah, when you need marketing, and of course, we did work with this project. You are targeting devs. So, you're using this, but also for devs, you can create a culture. You can do almost everything I mentioned, also from a technical perspective. For example, I don't know, like Scroll, to me, did a great job with the onboarding of devs, because they have a really, really good UX for devs. And so this is also part of marketing, in my opinion, because it's the onboarding phase. And this is an example of creating the right experience for your target. Yeah.
Thank you.